Hello everyone and welcome back to the Football Manager 2020 simulation of Euro 2020, and the game that we've got for you today is Spain versus Norway. And following both teams both teams are on 3 points going into the second game of the group, so it really gives an initiative to both teams to try and get some distance in this group, and really the winner of this pretty much goes through, because Spain with a very tough game against Croatia coming up, and Norway, you'd put money on them to beat Georgia. So it really gives either side an opportunity to go through. Obviously Spain will be going into this as favourites, but as we saw with Norway against Croatia, you can't rule them out, even though Erling Haaland didn't really have the greatest performance. He missed a penalty in that game, missed a great one-on-one chance as well. But you're expecting big things of the young man, and I think what a stage to show this. And let's look at the teams. On the left, you've got Spain's 4-3-3 formation with David De Gea in goal. Sergio Roberto, Azpilicueta, Ramos, and Alba make up their backline, with Busquets anchoring their midfield, with Thiago and Koke ahead of him. Isco on the right wing, Inaki Williams on the left, with Rodrigo spearheading that front line. Norway line up with a defensive 4-4-2, much like they did against Croatia, with Justin in goal, El Abdullawi in that right back spot, Arja and Norvi at centre back, with Melling at left back, Johansson and Bird in the defensive midfield spots, with Mola Dali and Odegaard on the wings. Josh King partners Erling Haaland up front, and let's go into this game. As Spain look very good on paper. Obviously Rodrigo up front is an interesting choice, actually, because he's not the most prolific goal scorer. He's a very industrious player, though, good work rate in there, and you'd think he'd be a very good fit to try and sort of unsettle the Norwegian defence, to allow Inaki Williams and Isco to cut inside a little bit more. But it's Norway coming forward first, and it's Odegaard to Johansson, and they're playing this quite nicely. El Abdullawi keeps the ball in play, but Alba retrieves the ball from him. The fullback just couldn't get past him, and it's good play from Alba to keep possession there, as Thiago's ball out wide to Isco is found, and he's got an overlap with Sergio Roberto. And what can the fullback do here? Williams pulls it back to Koke, and he's keeping up his fine goal scoring form, and we're not even 2 minutes in, and what a strike that was from Koke. And we can see that here. Sergio Roberto on the ball, and he's put that in. Inaki Williams nods that down. Koke takes a touch and then lashes that towards goal, and Justin should do better on that, but at the same time, fantastic finish there. And from midfield, Spain have their main goal threat in Koke, but Isco's corner comes in and Thiago puts that in again, but Williams' shot goes over the bar, and Williams looks like he's picked up a knock there, but Sergio Roberto intercepts that goal kick. Great takedown there, and Isco cuts inside back to Thiago into Sergio Busquets, plays it out wide to Roberto. Now Koke once more, the goal scorer, plays it inside to Busquets. Now Thiago exchanging passes. Right, great interchange play here from Spain's midfielders. Alba comes in on the overlap. Now Williams, back to Alba, Thiago, and that's tipped wide by Justine. Norway doing a great job at preventing Spain from creating any clear-cut opportunities, but as we saw in the game, in Spain's first game against Georgia, and earlier on in this game, does not stop Koke finding the back of the net there, as Norway really need to start turning the pressure up here, as Odegaard's cross is blocked. Now El Abdullawi into Odegaard, and his effort ripples that side netting, and that's Norway's first real chance of the game. and they need to be creating more here. Obviously, Spain dominated possession as expected. You can see in the table there, Spain now lead by 3 points, and there's a big game against Croatia coming up. And Norway, I forgot that it's based on head-to-head. So Norway going through against Croatia despite Croatia's better goal difference, but it just depends on that last game whether Croatia can get anything from Spain, who, Spain looking quite good here as De Gea collects that header and plays it long, but too far ahead for Rodrigo as El Abdullawi picks up the ball and he can run. Well, he's played it back inside to Norway, and you thought he could probably be a bit more adventurous there. You can see the lack of attacking players for Norway. They're having to play out wide as Odegaard hits side netting once more. Not a clear opportunity there, and Spain really starting to put the pressure on. And that's it for the first half. And the stats will tell a story of Norway being the better side here. However, you've got to say Spain have created the better opportunities, and Spain have the lead here in Bilbao, as they've looked relatively comfortable. They've got slightly more possession. They've got a couple of opportunities on goal, but Norway just need to do better here. They need to be converting these chances. They need to be creating better chances. But we'll see what the second half brings. They did pick up the pace in the second half against Croatia. So let's see what they can do here as Norway kick us off for the second half. But it's Isco with a free kick on the edge of the box, and it's not far away at all. And you can see on the stats there, Spain have had 6 efforts in this game, 5 of them from distance outside the outside the box. And for a side that prides themselves on creating chance, like clear-cut chances, like the whole Spanish tiki-taka ideology is all about finding spaces and creating clear-cut opportunities, and they're just not doing that. But we're an hour into the game. Spain are essentially dominating the first portion of the second half, and you look at how deep set that Norway defence is, and Rodrigo's in on goal, but that's straight adjusting. That's the clearest opportunity that Spain have created. But they've got a corner here as Koke swings it in, but Berge clears that. Now Isco on the ball once more, and it's gone out wide. Can he put a ball in? He does. Berge clears that again, but it's only as far as Thiago, and he's got Koke on the edge of the box, and his effort is blocked. But another effort from distance there, another essentially not clear-cut opportunity, and Spain have had chances as Piliqueta's effort is blocked, and that's cleared by Sorloth. And Rodrigo's not really having the best game there. You can see Inaki Williams off at half time for Morata, but Koke's free kick is blocked, and he's not been able to keep that in. We're 15 minutes from the end, and this is a big result for Spain. And you've got to say this pretty much puts them through, but only if they can get the result here. But with just over 5 minutes left, they're looking to see this one out. I don't think they'll push forward much for a second goal. Saul into Koke. Now back to Busquets. Now Saul again. Koke in to Diego Costa, and that effort, another from distance, is saved by Justin. El Abdullawi into Haaland, who's been, I think that's the first time I've said his name during the game, which just shows how well he's been defended here, as Alba dispossesses El Abdullawi, and Morata into Saul. I genuinely can't believe it's been 87 minutes and I've only just mentioned Haaland's name once, which just shows how quiet he has been in this game, as El tries to win the ball back but just can't. Koke now on the ball. Sergio Busquets out to Morata. And he's still got the ball. El clears. And Sergio Roberto still on the ball. And that's tipped wide by Jarstein. Again, Spain creating chances, but they're not being able to convert them. Here is Morata's header. Goes wide as El comes off for Magnus Wolf Ekriem. And Diego Costa's gone off injured. He was on earlier, but Spain now down to 10 men, and this is a golden opportunity for Norway to do something here. Saul breaks forward, and Morata from the counter, and that's the game. That's done. Saul with the assist. Morata substitutes linking up, and great finish that was. Great counter attack here, and you can see Saul picks up the ball, makes sure that Morata's onside, and he's taken that well. And Jarstein's come out and just left that far post open, and Morata's just passed that in, and that's the game. Signed, sealed, delivered. As Norway have a throw in here, Haaland on the ball, Berge can't get the cross in, and well, Norway still have the ball here, but can they get a consolation goal with Berge into Wolf Ekriem? Berge again, El Abdelawi. Berge, El Abdelawi again. Now Haaland. His efforts blocked. Sorloth, his efforts wide. And that should be that, as we've played, 5.5 minutes of the 3-minute stoppage time. The goal kick's gone, and referee still has not blown the whistle here. He finally has done. And that's Spain 2, Norway 0. Koke with the goal in the 2nd minute. Alvaro Morata securing the game in the 94th. And what a win that is for Spain. Really puts pressure on that last game between Croatia and Norway. And if Norway don't better... if Croatia don't better Norway's result, then Norway will be going through. And that's a very interesting prospect into the last game. But that's going to be it for this episode. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for future episodes. And make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss a video. And I'll see you next episode. Thank you.